Have you ever imagined that somewhere in the frozen seas of the Arctic there swims a creature that looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale? A whale with a horn, gliding silently under the ice, like the unicorn of the ocean. It sounds like pure fantasy, right? But this animal is real. It exists, and it has fascinated explorers, scientists, and storytellers for centuries. Today, we're going on a long journey into the world of the narwhal, the mysterious whale of the north. And by the end of this adventure, you might just believe that myths can sometimes be born from reality. Now, before we dive too deep into the icy waters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Remember, we've got a special giveaway. 5 free virtual reality trips with us, plus 5 other amazing prizes, all completely free. Just write in the comments, "I want to join the contest," and I'll send you a form that boosts your chances by 80%. But for now, let's step into the frozen kingdom of the Arctic, where the narwhal reigns. Picture this. The sky is pale blue. Icebergs drift slowly, and the sea looks like a mirror reflecting endless white. Out of the water breaks a sleek whale, but on its head is a long spiraled tusk, stretching like a sword. That's the narwhal. Most people, when they first see it, can hardly believe it's real. The tusk can grow as long as 10 feet, longer than the height of most humans. It twists in a perfect spiral, just like the horn of the unicorn in legends. But here's the twist. That tusk isn't just decoration. For centuries, sailors believed the tusks of narwhals were actually the horns of magical unicorns. In medieval Europe, kings and queens paid fortunes for them, thinking they had healing powers. Some were even displayed in royal treasure rooms, said to protect against poison. Can you imagine? An Arctic whale inspired the most famous mythical creature of all time. Still, the reality of the tusk is even stranger than the myths. The tusk is actually a tooth, a single, giant, spiraled tooth that grows out of the narwhal's upper jaw. And it's not like any normal tooth. Scientists have discovered it's filled with millions of nerve endings, making it an incredibly sensitive organ. Imagine a tooth so powerful it can detect changes in water temperature, pressure, and even salinity. The narwhal doesn't just carry a weapon, it carries a living sensor, a tool that helps it survive in the most extreme waters on Earth. And survival in the Arctic is no easy task. Narwhals live where the sea is frozen most of the year, where darkness can last for months, and where temperatures fall far below freezing. Yet these whales have mastered this frozen world. They dive deeper than almost any other whale, over 1,500 meters. Think about that for a second. That's like diving to the depth of 4 Eiffel Towers stacked on top of each other. Down there, in the pitch-black water, they hunt squid, shrimp, and Greenland halibut. Their dives can last 25 minutes, pushing the limits of mammalian endurance. Now let's take a closer look at how they live. Narwhals are social animals. They don't just swim alone. Instead, they move in pods, groups of 10, 20, sometimes even 100 individuals. Imagine the scene. Dozens of narwhals breaking the icy surface together, their tusks pointing like lances, glittering with drops of seawater. For predators like polar bears and orcas, these pods are a powerful defense. For us, they are a breathtaking spectacle, one that reminds us of how alive and connected the Arctic still is. But life in a pod is not just about protection. Narwhals communicate with each other through a series of clicks, whistles, and knocks. Their sounds travel through the cold water like messages in a secret code. Scientists studying them with underwater microphones have discovered just how complex these sounds are, showing us that the narwhal is not just a survivor, it's a creature with a voice, a personality, and a society of its own. And yet, for centuries, humans barely saw them. Hidden far away in icy seas, they were creatures of rumor and myth. The Inuit people, who live in the Arctic, have known the narwhal for thousands of years. Their stories speak of the narwhal's tusk as a gift from the spirits of the sea. In fact, the very word narwhal comes from the Old Norse language, meaning corpse whale, because its pale, mottled skin reminded Viking sailors of a drowned body. Creepy, right? But also deeply poetic. It shows how strange and otherworldly this whale appeared to those who first encountered it. Now, let's go even deeper. That tusk, remember, it's not just one tooth. In males, usually the left tooth grows into the long spiraled tusk, while the right one stays small. But in some narwhals, both teeth grow into twin tusks. Imagine that, a whale with two unicorn horns twisting out of its head. It's so rare that scientists have documented only a handful of these cases. For centuries, such a sight must have seemed like proof of the magical unicorn to those lucky enough or unlucky enough to see it. But what's it actually for? Is it a weapon? A sensor? A tool? Scientists still debate this. Some evidence shows males use their tusks in gentle duels, crossing them and rubbing them together, almost like fencing. This might be a display of dominance or a way to impress females. At the same time, the tusk's incredible sensitivity means it helps them detect subtle changes in their environment, like shifts in ice cover or the presence of prey. So maybe the tusk is not one thing, but many things. Part weapon, part sensor, part symbol of beauty. And beauty is something the narwhal has plenty of. Their skin is dappled with gray, black, and white spots, giving them a marbled look. As they age, they become lighter, almost ghostly. Calves are born dark, but as they grow, they fade into the mottled patterns of adults. Old narwhals can even turn almost all white, like icy spirits drifting through the waves. Their very appearance feels like a bridge between myth and reality. Now pause for a second. If you saw a narwhal breaking the surface, tusk gleaming, skin shimmering, and the Arctic wind whipping across the ice, what would you think? Would you believe you're looking at a whale? Or would you whisper to yourself, maybe unicorns are real after all? But hold on, because this story is far from over. The narwhal's world is changing. The Arctic is warming faster than anywhere else on the planet. Ice that once covered the seas year-round is disappearing. For the narwhal, this means danger. They depend on the ice to rest, to hide from predators, and to maintain the delicate balance of their ecosystem. With less ice, their predators, like killer whales, can travel further north. With less ice, human ships travel deeper into their home, bringing noise and pollution. And with less ice, the world of the narwhal begins to shrink. Imagine being a creature so perfectly adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth, only to find that environment vanishing beneath you. It's like building your entire life to survive on a frozen stage, only to watch the stage melt away. That's the challenge the narwhal faces today. And here's where we come in. Protecting the narwhal is not just about saving one species. It's about protecting the Arctic itself, a place that regulates Earth's climate, a place of breathtaking beauty and mystery, and a place we cannot afford to lose. Every narwhal swimming under the ice is a reminder that the world is still full of wonder. So next time you hear the word unicorn, don't just think of fairy tales. Think of the narwhal, the real unicorn of the sea. A creature both fragile and powerful, strange and familiar, mythical and real. And maybe, just maybe, when people long ago dreamed of unicorns, what they were really dreaming of was the icy breath of the Arctic and the spiral tusk of the narwhal. Now, remember, if you want a bigger chance to win our giveaway, just write in the comments, "I want to join the contest," and I'll send you a special link. It's 100% free, and it could be your ticket to a new adventure. And stay tuned, because in the next episode, we're not done with ocean mysteries. We'll meet another strange, powerful creature that will make you question everything you thought you knew about life in the deep.